So, it is here where we formally begin the session. Among your short rest, poking at the small embers of what remain of the fire of the night before, there's no scraps of meat, just bones that have been gnawed on from the kobolds and other bones that have been tossed into the blaze. But
with that in mind, I eat a ration.
You do find quiet comfort. Queequeg, Blackhand, you reflecting on the night before, where you were on the verge of death. Valter maybe indulged a little too much, or is just tired from the night before, and he is out cold.
Well, he's not going to awaken. Let's stuff him into one of these tents to the side. Hopefully he won't die.
As I'm traveling to that, to the battle and everything like that, can I go ahead and infuse an item?
Yeah.
Well as replicate a magic item?
Yeah, and if you would like, you would have had a night's rest at this point, so if you wanted to dedicate some time to that rest, and yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was all.
Which type of flanking are we using? The +2 or the advantage?
Oh, because I didn't specify before. Okay, let's take a group vote. Who likes flanking? Yes or no?
Yeah.
As it's written? No.
I like flanking.
Hold on.
As it's written.
As it's written,
right.
No.
Okay.
So,
I don't like it at all.
you surround you surround one target and you gain advantage on your attack. That's what... Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Gets it too easily.
Who would like flanking if it's a +2 bonus flat on your attack?
No.
Yeah.
I mean...
+2 damage?
No, +2 just to the attack roll.
On the attack roll.
Alright, so here's the thing. I think that's going to be a good idea, because I'm going to let you guys in on a fucking secret. My character's going to play like a Spartan warrior that sings. So, bashing people to prone, so we can get advantage through that. So I think the flanking rule is pretty fair, if we're going to be doing that and other stuff to give advantage anyway.
I mean, the idea is that flanking gives advantage far too easily. I mean, you've got an ability called Reckless Attack. Why would you ever use
we're
that?
talking about 5e, which already gives you a lot of easy advantage and disadvantage.
Right, there's plenty of other ways to get advantage.
They are loused within this edition.
So, flat +2 attack, yay or nay?
No.
I like it.
I like it. I think it's fair, because we're going to have so many other ways to get advantage. Reckless attack, I'll have an ability to knock them prone.
Nick?
We can do it through other abilities, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Alright, we've got 3 yay, 1 nay. So, flanking...
I love democracy.
And flanking is just going... This is not flanking any longer. I'm looking at vinegar right here, so you guys can all see this. Oh my god, why would you do that?
I can't see vinegar, I'm surrounded by yellow. Bring vinegar back.
Did it go away?
Oh, that's funny.
Is it gone?
Yes. So, this
Chris,
is...
I'm here.
Oh, hello.
Can we say, like,
So,
flanking is, like, one right across from each other, so right on the opposite side, not, like, right next to or something like that, side of, so, like, maybe say Vinegar where he's at, and Porto right on, like, one square over?
Right. This is flanking. These two cultists with vinegar, that's flanking.
I'm being flanked.
This is not.
Correct.
So, that's not flanking. That is flanking.
Yes.
So that will give you just a flat +2 to your attack.
Cool.
Also, Nick, on your journey towards the camp, you're able to follow the tracks just as easily as the rest of the party was. There's a small orange frog person in armor and armed with weapons.
I don't like this.
And he approaches you while you're riding through on your horse. He too was in the town of Greenest last night during the attack, though you didn't see him anywhere during the fighting.
You don't look familiar at all. What? Hi? I kind of pull out my, or not pull out, but like put my hand on my
Are
mace.
you a dragon cultist?
Yeah. Are you? I don't think you. Excuse me? Would you like to? Are you friendly? To me.
And
To
he
help me?
nods.
Are you gonna fight these cultists with me?
And he nods.
All right, let's do this. Hop on.
What a good conversation.
So with that, do you hop on? Cookie?
Yep.
Is that the name you're settling
Yeah.
on? Cookie? Alright, I like it. Cookie, you hop on.
Can I ask your name real quick? It seems like I hear something up ahead.
Sorry, what?
Can I ask your name? I hear some action up ahead, and I'm assuming there's a battle that I'd like to get to. I'm gonna call you Grunty. Alright, Grunt, let's go!
And Grunt and Nick, you ride into really a burned out camp. Bodies of dead cultists and kobolds and mercenaries litter the ground. You see Queequeg, Vinegar, and Blackhand around the fire, either meditating, stoking what little, not fire, I'm sorry, it's just dull embers and ash, but stoking what they can of that, finding scraps. Queequeg going in and out of tents, looking for whatever he can. And Valter PTFO'd inside one of the tents. Loud snoring.
How are you guys doing? Hey!
We are doing good.
Oh, it's the Magic Man.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, I just tinker. What happened here? Is everybody okay? This is Grunt. He said he'd help fight the cultists.
You brought us a pet?
Yeah.
Did we eat it?
Is that what you stayed back for?
I needed a great rest. I kinda had a breakdown and didn't know what to do. I am from a guild of artisans that is not used to combat and that's honestly scared the fucking shit out of me. So I just like tinkering, and if I could help you guys out, it would be awesome. But these cultists sound like a really bad plan, and I don't like that at all.
Well, it sounds like you might not be as useful as you're hoping to be then.
We'll see. I got a couple tricks up my sleeve. Can I hold anything for anybody? I got a bag of holding here.
You can hold my crowbar.
Alright.
I'd rather keep a hold of my stuff right now.
Sounds good, that's understandable.
Take my metal crowbar.
Alright. I hold out the bag of holding.
It was a bag of devouring.
Cookie, what are you doing in all of this?
Standing there, rubbing some of the arrows, or some of the arrow tips on my cheeks.
Nice.
So this Vinegar for you, he's about up to your chest, right around nipple area for you, and you're a small person as it is. So for the rest of you, he's a very, very, very small frog.
Small frogs.
So
Rubbing arrows on his cheeks.
I guess
And he rode in with Nick. So Nick's vouching for him.
I don't trust small people.
Neither do I.
give him a chance, guys.
Yeah, we can't trust this frog.
He hasn't shot at us yet. And he hasn't attacked me. And he hitched a ride with me to kill cultists.
We'll see.
Alright.
And he kind of salutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Grunt. Grunty.
All right. So the cultists that are around us, are they? They're not wearing anything specific that we can use. I mean, what kind of clothing do they have?
Rags, tattered armor, leather, scraps. Nothing that would be easily identifiable as a member of any kind of hierarchy or guild.
Okay. Now we took a short rest. Took a few hours for Nick to get here. About what time is it now?
Still midday. I'd say early afternoon, 2 p.m.
So I think the best for us is to scout the area.
Well,
Find out where they are.
around you is sprawling green open fields. There's not a lot around you to see, and again, I apologize, the map is
Okay.
a little deceiving, but it is just sprawling open fields.
There's a pathway, right?
There is. About 200 yards ahead, and you can see the trail that in front of you winds into almost like a natural kind of, not a depression because the land isn't down there, but the rocky formation gives natural walls,
Like
essentially.
around
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
like Orgrimmar. Gotcha.
Right. Exactly.
I think we should start heading in towards that then. We'll head to the opening. We'll stay, I think, far enough away to not be seen. And then maybe we scout around it and see if there's a way that we can make it on top. I don't think we should walk through the entrance. What we fought here was probably a very small amount of what we're going to see once we enter. And judging by the forces that attacked the town, we should be smart about this. Does anyone else have any other ideas, or is that what we're going with?
Grunt. I just kind of start. I just kind of like start scribbling on the ground, making like a map, like, and then like drawing an arrow there, and then just drawing 2 arrows. One of them going around from the left, going around from the right, and the middle one.
So he wants to split up and flank with one person attacking from the middle and 2 people from each side. Yes, I'm very good with maps.
Alright.
How I wish Walter were awake to see this. Wondrous little frog creature.
So, what's the marching order then?
I'll be up front.
I'm in the back.
Take the rear.
I am in the back as well.
Are you guys splitting up? That is an option. Actually,
I'm staying with the man who found me.
why don't we just do this?
Okay, so Cookie wants to stay with Nick.
Okay. Done.
And then I think if Queequeg, do you want to be the point man or do you want to go around the side? Because I think Vinegar should go with whoever goes around the other side.
So we're charging up to the front though?
No. I think I would be a better point man because I can intimidate or distract.
Okay, so you want me to go on one side. Okay, so whichever side's fine then.
Yeah, so we're gonna put Nick. So is it Nick Ola Tesla? Is that how you say your name? So it's just Nick.
It's just Nick, yeah. And then
So-
Ola Tesla.
Nick and Cookie can go on one side, Queequeg
Grunty.
and Vinegar can go on the other, and then I'll take the center point.
It's grunty.
Grunty, whatever.
How you doing there, Grunty? Can I can't do that yet. I was gonna ask to make your magic or your weapon magic, but I can't do that yet.
So I'm gonna stride forward with my spear held out and my shield in front of my body.
And
Oh, we have a map. Okay, I was looking at. Cool.
keeping in mind what you heard from the cultists before, you've got your eye out on the horizon, and sure enough, from a distance, you can spot some figures on the rock ledge. They seem to be hiding.
They're not hiding too well.
I didn't feel like doing dynamic lighting.
No, I'm kidding. It was a joke, though. Not like that. Never mind.
Maybe we should kill them.
How high up is the rock formation?
15 feet.
Okay. Do they look easily climbable?
There does seem to be a spot around the back area.
I whisper to Grunts, "Hey, can I give you some guidance real quick? Can I help you out here? I see some people up ahead here, and I see you have your bow and arrows. Can I touch you real quick?"
Are you asking if you can touch me?
Yeah, just be like, "Hey, I need to help you out with your shots here." Just like
That doesn't help with
Hey.
shooting people.
And he just like just says no.
no, you don't want to do that.
It
Backs
doesn't
away.
help to shoot people.
It doesn't?
Nope, it's only
No,
an ability
your
check.
abilities.
So like climbing or athletics or acrobatics.
So is there any way around this, though? I guess like this pathway that leads in? What's the north side lead up to?
There is a backside that has kind of a natural incline where there's some footfalls and handholds, and the rock face is a little bit more steady, about a 5 foot gradual incline on the rocks.
And which side is that? That's north or south?
That's the south side. I apologize. The north side is just the sprawling green fields.
Okay. So heading east, though, is going into the rock formation.
Correct.
I wonder if we should wait
And this
nightfall then.
is where all of the tracks and wagon imprints have led.
Okay, so striding back to the party after having looked around the corner and seen all this, I'm gonna huddle up, make it the huddle up motion.
I'm sorry, guys.
Don't be sorry. Why are you sorry?
Be sorry, you pathetic creature.
So, Grunty, are you adept at ranged fighting or close quarters?
He kind of gestures with his short bow, pew, pew, and
And what about you, Nick?
Kind of both. I can hold my own for a little bit, but
Okay.
can't do too much damage yet.
I say we send the ranged fighters to the north into the open field to open fire on the northern, and then the melee fighters to the south. I will stride forward to the center and attack with javelins.
I will go to the ground, to the dirt pot, and with one of my daggers, scribble a bit of writing. It's very poorly written, but it does. It spells out WHAT. The letter R. Names.
And
Well,
My
I
name. My name is Queequeg.
My name is Nick.
Vinegar.
And I make a fist with one hand and point at it with the other and say black hand.
And he gonna just does the same.
It's blackface, motherfucker.
Blackface!
It's blackface, motherfucker. Calm down, blackface. And he splashes me. It's black feet, motherfucker.
Okay, so let's send Queequeg and Vinegar up this foothold path down here. And once they're in position, the rest of us can stride into the field and into the path.
We could.
Actually, you guys might want to take shelter behind this tree while I stride forward.
Could we all sneak up that and then shoot across to the other side?
Should
They probably know we're there.
should we wait
That's
till
true.
night though?
You haven't seen any stirring yet. Occasionally, you'll see a taller, brutish, very muscular person, even from this vantage point and being silhouetted by the sun. You could tell he's a lot bigger than the other mercenaries and cultists and kobolds that you faced so far. Occasionally, you'll see him poke his head up, look around, and then kneel back down.
So I will stride forward and challenge their strong fighter. The rest of you can get in position, and as I duel him, we can enact the ambush.
Yeah, in the name of honor, you need to beat someone up because you got beat up.
Okay.
Precisely.
So we do not want to wait till nightfall, and we do not want to try and just stroll through. We want to fight our way through.
It is morning, Queequeg. You would wait another day and let these fools leave?
Mid-afternoon, 1 or 2 p.m.
Oh, never
It's
mind.
not worth waiting
If
for
any
nightfall.
of them leave, we can kill some as they leave.
We could.
I don't think.
I will remind you,
Charging
you
in
do
for a
have
day.
the trinkets off the other cultists.
They've also got that guy being held prisoner, so that if we wait too long, he might die.
If we have trinkets, we might be able to just stroll right through.
Not enough for all of us.
Well, a couple of you can use the trinkets to get in. I don't think us going in during day is good.
Problem
Wise-
being,
the wise
most of us
captain
see
once
just as
told me.
worse as them at night.
They see very well at night. The kobolds, anyway.
But there might be less of them at night, is the assistance for us. They'll be sleeping. We can sneak through easier.
But I don't know that we can be quiet. My people were not known for their stealth. We are ambush fighters.
Which is one of the properties of ambushing. I just blackhand that you're making no sense. We will go. Let's do this.
Yeah, I need to kill something.
Okay. I start sneaking to go to the south.
All right. Is anybody joining Queequeg?
Spellcasters are up here, or right?
Quick is trying to flank, right?
Yeah, range characters. should
Yeah, I'll
probably
join
head up
Queequeg.
here.
Okay.
The one that found me is Nick, right?
Yes.
Go join him.
Okay, so Chris, push me to where I need to go to where I do the climb up. Like, what is the best area? I just don't know.
Oh, you're good.
No idea I'm here.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure, like,
Mhm.
I wasn't looking at it incorrectly. Thank you. Now, I did roll a pretty decent stealth there. Guys, we might have a good night of me rolling.
We'll see.
They don't know I'm here.
We'll fucking see.
So right here, do any of them react or anything?
You do hear some movement coming from the ridgeline, and hear some hushed murmurs, and a small pebble and a little bit of debris comes trickling down the rock face.
Well, I ready my shield in front of my body, and I call out, "You there! No ambush is seen through.
While he's doing that, can I look around me? Is there like a rock or a few rocks that are weighing over a pound or two?
There is a natural, like, large boulder hill type thing, but it's only that. It's about 10 feet tall, and it just
No
rises in
pebbles
length.
or anything like that? Or
There would
just
be
feet?
pebbles around it, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead.
As you call out Blackhand, Queequeg, and Vinegar, you can have a surprise round if you'd like to engage right now. Because you do see them in position. The taller, muscular, brutish gentleman begins going over to one of the mercenaries and begins whispering something in his ear.
Well, do I have to climb? Like, how high is this up now? If I climb up it,
It's 5 feet. I'm sorry, you're about right here. So it's only a 5-foot climb.
so it would take 10 feet to get up, and then I'd have another 20 feet to move.
It's quite easy, like I said, so it's not difficult terrain at all. There's
Yeah.
footfalls and handholds.
Oh, okay. So it would just be straight. I could just get right up to them.
Normal movement.
I'm gonna wait then for the moment. I don't want to just run up yet. Yeah. I'm gonna wait and see if they have
Yes.
anyone go.
Yeah. Wait, maybe he'll actually accept the challenge.
So with that, you guys, do you want to climb a little bit higher? Or you're just staying where you are, kind of like at the foot of the rock, or are you at like the base of the rocks, or are you finding the way in the handholds and just like looking over the ledge?
So is this enough to hide behind? Like,
Yeah.
what is it?
They have no
Like
idea
a
you
bush
two.
tree?
They have no idea you two are here right now.
Then I would like to move to at least here. If that's not gonna make me re-roll stealth at this point.
No.
Because I'm getting pretty close, which scares me.
Yep. But
Kitty.
luckily, you've had. I heard the kitty. Luckily, their attention is
Is
drawn
this Cecil?
elsewhere. Also, they weren't preparing for anybody to come up their pathway here. They expect most people to just come through the natural path. So with that, Blackhand, one of the members runs off, slides down the rocks, and heads further into the pathway. The tall gentleman stands up, and you can see him fully in all of his clad armor. Shit, I thought I had a handout. Sorry, I don't. I don't accept. If you want entry through here, you fight all of us.
Which one is saying that?
The tall, this guy.
Okay.
Well,
And you see
if that's how you want
on
it.
both ridges, more people stand up, and you can see all of their shadows in full form. No kobolds, but mercenaries and cultists mixed, and they all draw their daggers.
How do you get the arrow again? I'm sorry.
On the left side, the bar, if you look right under the magnifying glass, yep, there it is.
Well, as they all stand, I'm gonna switch from a spear to a javelin. And back up to right here.
Okay.
And accept their challenge.
So you hunker down, or you put the spear on your back and pull out your javelin, fix your shield tightly, and hunker down, taking a defensive stance.
Correct.
Vinegar
You'll have to fight all of us.
Oh, shit.
and I actually, with that, I'd let you, Grunty and Nick, and Queequeg and Vinegar, I'd let you have a surprise round if you would take it. Grunty,
Absolutely.
Grunty, if you didn't know, you could hold the Alt key, and that'll let you not bind to the squares. So if you want to be like in the middle of the square or something, you can do that.
Okay, this tall guy. How big is this tall guy?
He's as tall as a normal human is, medium-sized creature. He's just very burly.
Scott, that's only adding your survival bonus. All of these, the initiatives for the player character sheets are rolling survival bonus, not initiative bonus.
Yes.
Okay, I'll manually
You
roll
might
it.
want to roll it.
Yeah, I will take the surprise. I'm just trying to think of what I'm doing here just to make sure.
Can I pick up a rock real quick?
Yep. You guys have a surprise round, so you four get to react before the actual turn order starts, and then we'll
attack
resume.
him!
And then we'll resume turn order from there.
Okay, what does this guy look like here?
Attack him!
That actually looks a little different than the raiding party that you saw last night. You maybe saw 3 or 4 of these guys throughout the mix from last night. So they have armor that looks well kept. Black leather tunic, flared black mantle.
Okay, so the other ones look raggedy. He looks a little bit more kept up, and then the other guy looks like he's the gatekeeper to some degree.
He's a big dude. But give me just 1 second. I'm going to use the bathroom.
All right, be careful.
Roll20's fixed most of the problems with this new update, but they still haven't
Except for
fixed
the-
the initiative.
Yeah, except for the chat. And stuff.
So I think our
Which-
best bet
yeah.
is to try and take out the big guy, and then these guys first, and then the top knot dudes are gonna be fucking.
I think I'll just try and take the small ones one by one. From range.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try and attack this guy right here then to start. I'm gonna rage though, which is gonna be my last one for the day. I don't think it's safe to not rage if we're up on 4 of these guys.
Do you only get them back on a long rest?
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah. But I don't want to risk it and take a lot of damage here and be weaker for the next fight.
I got your back.
All
I
right.
mean, unless
Fire real quick.
do you guys think I hold it?
Nah, I say we use it. Look how many guys there are.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Apologies.
Don't apologize.
Apologize.
Run there, and then I'm going to charge up onto this guy. I am going to rage.
Okay.
Make that checked. And with my great axe in hand, I am just going to recklessly swing at this guy here. So as I just run up, I'm gonna scream still. Okay, it's still surprise.
please scream.
They're like, holy shit! So I run up and I just and swing with the great axe.
14 will hit.
Fuck it. All right, and damage again. I just click on the damage, right?
Yep.
All right, just click boom. 15 damage.
How do you want to do it?
Holy shit! Really? I'll just chop into his back real quick as I run up, and he's just kind of, not looking, and I just slice into him and drop.
This one has a club. The other 2 have the daggers. So as he's got his club, you see him beginning to wave his fingers and hands a little bit as if to cast a spell, and a massive great axe just plunges through his back, and as he coughs up blood and just falls down. They notice you now.
Oh yes,
Nice.
That'll be the end of that.
How far is that drop?
15 feet.
Okay. Can I rush up to him and push him?
The big guy?
Yeah.
You can give me a athletics check at disadvantage.
Let's do this.
That was gonna be my thought next, but I didn't want to waste an attack. Oh shit!
So, Queequeg, as you're pulling your axe out of the spine of one of the cultists, you see Vinegar run between your legs and go and just try to drop kick the veteran, and it meets his what are those behind your shin? What's that muscle?
Calf?
Calf, yes. He runs up and just drop kicks this big guy at the calf and falls down, dusts himself off, and gets back up. And Tall Man's still standing and looks down, almost annoyed.
Hi.
That's a good
I'm
picture.
so glad you played.
Grunty and Nick, you still have a surprise round.
Do it.
Love it.
What is that?
Short bow!
19 will hit.
Damn.
19, yeah. Boop.
How do you want to do it?
Fuck. Too much time?
So I'll take one of the arrows I rubbed on myself,
Mhm.
and I'll fix it, and then just kind of hit the trigger.
And with amazing strength and velocity, this arrow soars from this 1 foot tall frog behind the bushes, boom, straight through, straight and true into the neck of the cultist. As kind of falls back a few feet and before dropping over.
Ooh.
I'm watching this absolutely.
And his, please do describe what his skin is experiencing currently.
Oh yes. Well, you're orange, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't really alive much to feel what was happening to him.
Yeah, but it's if they see it,
Some smoke.
like
Is-
the people next to him.
Oh yeah, they see some smoke pouring out of the pores and ears and eyelids and mouth and nose.
Can I give him a high five?
You can.
I don't want to touch you, but like air five. You seem poisonous. I guess I shouldn't have touched you. That's why you're in warning. Okay.
Just use mage
So
hand.
I see that, and then I take that rock and
Ooh.
Catapult.
Oh shit. Which one are you casting that at?
Well, this guy. So
Is that a spell?
why isn't it?
Holy shit.
It does no damage if it misses, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Hits kobolds in the face if you miss.
So, is this your turret?
No, that's just the rock that I picked up.
You can throw it that hard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
catapult
shit.
Spell.
Holy
One-
shit.
Here, how do I send this to you?
Oh, I can just pull up your character sheet, it's fine.
He just
Well, that's
fucking
crazy.
Turns a rock into a boulder.
Seriously?
No, like
Like a bullet.
he just basically turns a little pebble into a bullet.
That's insane.
It's super cool.
Absolutely. And I'm assuming since that guy is up, it doesn't hit Hoto.
Right, oh yeah, you flew
Okay.
well over his head and it hits him and knocks him back into the other cultist who just shoves him back onto his feet, thinking like, this is our guy, this is our leader? As a small pebble leaves a bloody, like, you almost broke his orbital socket, the welt is so big under his eye and it's just bleeding out. He's
Oh, I can imagine that pain, and I don't like it.
very angry.
He still doesn't see me though, right?
No. He
Okay.
just saw this boulder get hurled from behind a bush, from behind Blackhand, who's sitting back there with his glaive and shield ready to go, and this boulder just comes from behind this bush and hits him right in the face. So top of the round then. That was the surprise round. Grunty. Grunty.
Yeah.
You're up first.
Okay. I will use my standing leap.
Quick, what was your actual initiative?
like 6.
Okay.
9.
I don't know why you showed up. Oh, because you guys did the. Got it. Okay.
Surprise round.
No, you guys did the initiative roll instead of rolling like normal because it's broken.
Yeah, if you click on the number, you can actually change it to what you rolled, like normally.
All right, Grunty. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'll use my standing leap to go over here.
Okay.
And then... yeah. Another shot bow attack. 17.
17 will hit.
So that's without sneak attack.
Magic
9
number.
damage, which is poison.
Wow.
Magic
Wow.
number. And just the same as before, you leap over, kind of like sidestepping Nick, and land next to the base of this small hill. And again, just straight through the air into the cultist's neck on the other side. Since you're kind of at an angle, it goes right through the other side. He kind of clutches at it a little bit as it's just burning inside of him. And he falls over dead.
God, that's sexy as fuck. I'm seeing smoke come out.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Black Hand.
Well, you should have fought fairly. I'll stride up to this point, and I think that's in range. $19 to hit the big guy.
19 will definitely hit.
Dude, God, that's such a good picture. Taking a javelin.
He takes 8 piercing damage from that javelin.
And you run up and chuck it. Kind of like a leaping toss. Gets him right in the knee. Think Ace Ventura 2 when he's in the tribe and he gets the spear. Right. Ah! Ah! That's what you just did.
Great. Love you.
And let me just double check my spells to see if there's anything worthwhile doing on a bonus. Nope. So that ends my turn. I'll draw another javelin and that'll end my turn.
The big man doesn't know what to make of what. So, first he's going to slash down at you, Vinegar, for 4 slashing damage.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And then we'll use part of his movement to slide down and charge at you, Black Hand. Yep,
Junior attack.
take it.
Ah, prepare to die.
Stabby wabby jabby dabby.
An 8 with the stabby wabby jabby dabby will not hit. As you
Stabby wabby jabby dabby. Stabby wabby jabby dabby.
He slashed down you and you
Yeah,
kind
I have
of
that.
cower a little bit and
Wow.
throw your hands up to Black and he slashes across your forearm. And you go to just, kind of like a pissy retaliation and just go for his ankle and miss as he's sliding down the rocks and charges up at you, Black Hand, to make another attack. This one's over the head with both hands. But he misses.
Yep, sure does.
What are you guys doing?
Fighting.
Not
This one, Queequeg, is going to turn around and scimitar you. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
4 slashing. As
Damn it.
just the same, you cower and fear over the might of these mercenaries. And you... I'm kidding. You stand there, great axe in hand, And this small man comes up to you and slashes you across the chest and leaves just a tiny little cut mark, while you have this giant hole-sized scar in your belly. And you just kind of look down as you bleed a little bit. The next cultist will slide down.
Ah, fuck that head. Sorry.
Damn it.
Go ahead.
No.
Alright, I'm fine. Let's continue.
Vinegar.
Vinegar is gonna not want to waste any spells right now, immediately. So he's going to go ahead and take the stabby jabby wabby dabby and stab this cultist with the stabby wabby jabby dabby. So let me go ahead and stab.
If Roll20 wants to cooperate. 20 will hit. There's 7 piercing.
Is he alive?
He is.
I take my other stabby wabby jabby dabby and slice him with that one.
That's a good stabby wabby jabby dabby.
Fuck, it is.
9 does not hit.
Ah,
So you do get him in the belly, and but he's still holding on. So you pull out your other stabby wabby jabby dabby. You do kind of like a flip action and go to make a sweet flip cut motion, but you're not that dexterous.
yeah. That's my attack.
On to him, who will use what remaining life force he has to slash at you for 2 slashing damage.
I'll take it.
Queequeg.
Queequeg. I will recklessly swing the guy that he already stabbed with Jabby did.
That is this guy.
Well, I'm gonna attack this guy that's right next to me then.
Alrighty.
So does a 15 hit?
Does 15 hit?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, 15 does hit.
Hell yeah, it does.
How do you want to do it?
Just fucking cleave his head off.
And it falls to the ground next to
I
you.
feel like what's going on here is that's just manslaughter. What's going on here? We arrive, we challenge them, they don't accept, we just kill everybody.
Vinegar.
Has anyone got hit?
Vinegar.
No.
Yeah. Vinegar's got hit twice, and
Oh yeah, Vinegar.
Queequeg got hit as well.
Tank.
So as he drops, I just walk forward. I just menacingly look at the other guy.
The head rolls down
And I just
the
look at
rocky
him and
outcrop.
you should fall over now. And that's the end of my turn.
Nick.
All right.
You haven't got a name tag.
Wrong. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a crossbow to this guy. That is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. No,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you roll. 9 will not hit.
damn it. Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah. Yep.
On to his turn.
+4, really? 9 and 8.
Who is going to look around and assess the situation. That's me saying I gotta find something. Dang. Seeing that his commander is too far out of range for him to get to him in time, he's gonna look across the rocky outcrop at you, Queequeg. Vinegar's a little small. You're kind of sticking out as you're just kind of lurching over this guy, bloody great axe in hand, and the guy's shivering and cowering almost at the ledge of the rock. And he's gonna look at you and utter some words. I'll need a dex save. As fire erupts around you.
I can see him doing this?
Yep.
Okay.
You don't have counterspell.
I have danger sense, so it'll be an advantage.
But you pass it anyway, and you take no damage. You're able to just shrug off the flames as you continue staring at this guy in front of you, as if it was nothing more than a minor mosquito or fly on your shoulder.
Jump with that bee to get over to him next. I'm just gonna fucking Hulk jump over.
Sacred Flame sucks.
I'm sorry?
Sacred Flame sucks.
Oh, yeah. I have to go with what they give me. But,
And he casts Fireball on you. Damn it!
Grunty, onto you.
Bosses.
Alright. 20 feet leap. Try and hide as a bonus action.
Go ahead. Stealth. You're tiny enough that you can absolutely fit into the bush. Even they know you're in the bush somewhere, but they don't know exactly where. So you could be at the front of the bush, back.
Sneak attack, short bow attack at him!
Oh, look at that! That's a crit. Oh, it's a sneak attack. I thought. Yeah, you have advantage. It's
Oh, yeah. Alright. Boop. All that.
Damn.
That's his damage that he takes.
more than enough. More than enough. So that just sends this guy flying back as a bolt or an arrow comes hurling through the bush, pierces him up from the gullet, going to the back and knocked back from the sheer force of it. And just as similarly as the other two, begins smoking and gurgling.
Taking out the little guy.
Black hand.
Alright, so I'm going to switch my javelin for my spear now, because I have two choices for combat. I'm going to sidestep here and attack the big guy with 16.
16 does not hit.
And since that's not going to hit, I'm also going to try hitting him with my shield, which will also not work. And that'll end my turn.
So this guy is, as I said, quite burly. So as you swap out the weapons, he notices it and he's able to just kind of dip and dodge out of the way of both. He's a little more nimble than you'd expect.
Okay.
And he looks at you and smiles as he comes down again with both hands on his longsword. First one is going to miss, but he's going to come down, recover from that, and swipe up at you for 12 slashing. Assuming a 21 hits.
It does, but I'm going to use my stone's endurance to reduce the damage.
Very good.
Hey.
Roll a d12. Oof.
Oh, awful.
Oh,
Terrible.
no.
Ugh. I feel for you.
What's the
Yeah, it's
instead of 12?
yeah, it's still damage reduced. On to this guy who's going to charge at you, swing at you with the scimitar for another 3 slashing. I'm sorry. But you challenged him. Vinegar.
I did. So I ended up taking all 12 damage anyway. Look at that.
Right.
Or take stabby wabby jabby dabby and stab this guy.
You mean stabby wabby jabby dab him?
Ooh.
That works. And I'll stab him. I'll go here so I get flanking.
So +2.
Take this. 14.
14 will hit. For
5
5 piercing. That's
piercing.
enough.
Hey, stab him in the neck. Then I'm gonna move the rest to here, slide down.
Queequeg, as you're staring him down, a dagger just pierces his Adam's apple region, and Vinegar goes, and you hear tap 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 down the down the rock's face as you see
Can I
Vinegar
slide
run
down?
away.
I slide down, take my offhand dagger. I'm going to throw it into this guy's head,
Do it.
and I'm going to. Hey, big guy, over here.
Weirdest
Catch.
sorcerer ever.
My spells suck right now. I need better spells. Trying to save them.
Is the snappy wappy jabby tabby a spell?
I'm just waiting to like get back like the bigger spells.
15 will not hit.
Damn it! Like okay. Sorry, I forgot which side I was on.
Sorry. Quick. On to you.
Okay, so is it 25 feet if I just were to like slide down and go to it, or would it take more?
It's a 15-foot drop.
Okay, so I can't make it all the way there. Let's see. Hand axe is 20-60, so anything over 20 feet is disadvantage.
Throwing, yes.
Correct. Yes.
But I have. Does advantage work with rage for throwing, or is it only melee? Or is it reckless? No, reckless.
Reckless is, I think, melee only.
Rowan makes his first attack on his turn. He can decide to reckless
Oh.
attack.
Well, there you go.
Doing so gives advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength. Hey, never mind.
Yeah, so still not great.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna try. I mean, I can't make it all the way there, so I'll take one of my hand axes and try and hit this guy here.
Do it. Was that reckless?
No, it can't be
Okay.
reckless, so it'll be just 13.
13 will not hit. Nick,
Tesla.
I refuse to say that.
Come on, Nick Ola Tesla.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
That's like Sam O'Nella.
run up here, and then cure wounds. Touch ya.
So you feel a comforting leather glove on your back, black hand, as some of your wounds begin to close. You feel rejuvenated.
That's not what I meant.
Did you mean to do something else?
Yes.
What's that?
Can I actually run up here and do poison spray at this guy?
Instead of cure wounds?
I gotcha. Hold on.
Oh, because cure wounds isn't a bonus action, is it?
No, it is
So-
not. I do have another spell that is a bonus action that can help. No.
Healing word?
No.
Ooh. So, Nick, I would ask, as an artificer, how are you flavoring your poison spray? You've got contraptions.
That's right. Oh my god. That's
So it could literally just be you flick your wrists and two little shoots of like tubes come out and out comes a bunch of poison.
So, it's probably gonna be like a burning thing. I have a thing with fire. Alright?
Okay.
So, with being an artillerist.
Yep.
So, it's probably gonna be like an acid. So, yeah, definitely gonna be a... You know what? I have created little spheres of poison that I just throw at people. So I'm just gonna... I have it in my pocket and I just throw it in his face.
Right there, surprise! And you go and try to smash it across his face. And he's going to make a con save. Not. And this acid ball of acid just smashes across his face and it begins burning away at him.
And then...
And Dan?
Action, cast Sanctuary on... Whoops.
Very good. Very good. So after he smashes a ball of acid across the cultist's face, He touches you for a moment, Blackhand, and you feel just this surge of calmness, like you're at ease almost. Grunty.
Leap here. Take a little duckling. You know, take a little duck. That's a 26.
26 is definitely going to do it. Yeah.
I'm hit him again.
Which
Hit
one?
This boy.
Okay.
Hit this boy here.
24 will hit.
Roll damage.
More than enough. How do you want to do it?
It's kind of, you know.
Phew! Right
Yeah.
through.
That's all that needs to be said.
Right through the rib cage. As just the same, it starts smoking and bubbling. You can see the bubbles under the skin as it's smoking, and he just screeches out more than he was before, as if half his face being burnt off in acid wasn't enough. Now his blood is boiling. Is that it for you, Grunty? Blackhand.
So, seeing all his comrades fall and everything, I'm gonna try and take the opportunity to bash him first. 18?
18 will hit.
Oh, don't take that dueling style. Just the 2 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
It's sneak attack all over again. And seeing that open him up, I'm gonna try and hit him with my spear again.
19 will hit.
Nice.
Alright, so like, how dead does he appear?
With just the 2 damage from your shield, he's bloodied and bruised, but he's still got some fight in him. Halfway.
Alright, I might smite. We'll see.
Halfway.
Smite him, almighty smiter.
No dueling style on that one either.
No, there is dueling style on this one. I don't think 8 damage is enough to take him down, so I'm gonna go ahead and burn a smite here.
Smite.
Ooh.
So he's gonna take 18 total damage.
So, this is first you knock him off balance with your shield with just a quick shove, and then you come up strong with your spear and slice him across the cheek. And as you slice him across the cheek, it's a deep cut, and it just kind of sparkles and bursts with radiant energy for a moment. And he is very hurt after that.
Okay, and then I'm going to step to the side here, opening up the route for Nick to attack. And that'll end my turn.
He is furious. Absolutely furious. And he is going to come at you with one hand holding his cheek. He's going to slice at you for 11 slashing.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
He does. He does. You have Sanctuary. He doesn't make it.
It goes away
So,
when you attack.
oh, does it?
Yeah. If he misses his attack, it either goes away or he has to choose another person to attack.
Well, there's no one else in range, so
Right.
it just
If the
goes away.
warded creature makes an attack, casts a spell, or that affects
Oh,
enemy
never
damage.
mind.
Thank
Yep,
you.
so 23 will hit.
It's good to put in your healer. Yeah.
Ah, damn.
It's
Rules
really good to put in your
lawyer.
healer, not my
Rules lawyer. Oh, no.
Picking spells not overpowered as fuck.
So,
I forgot that your attack was right after that.
even with him holding his cheek, he slices at you and he just gets you right in that spot, Blackhand, and he opens up that same slash that Cianrath had just opened up the night prior. And you fall. And he laughs. And he runs up to you, Nick. And still clenching his cheek. Makes an attack against you for 11 slashing. Vinegar, onto you.
Okay, I will
Oh wait,
rush up. to
was
it.
there any type of energy on that? Or was
No.
it just like pure melee?
Yep.
Okay.
I will. Where did my dagger land?
Just right next to him, just bounced off his armor.
I'll
Did
rush
anybody
here.
just notice that the guy just max damaged on 2 hits?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive.
Hacks.
For once, the
I will
rolls
take
are
the
with
dagger.
me, and it doesn't feel good.
I will take the
Oh,
dagger.
don't lie.
I will take the dagger and I will shove it into his
Shin?
bone somewhere. Yeah, shin.
Not.
14.
Yeah, nope.
Then offhand.
That'll hit.
For 3 piercing. Just shove it into his knee.
And it does take him down. It does actually.
Oh, wow.
He's not like full. He's not dead, but he's
Oh.
that hurt him. He's clutching his cheek. He's trying to hold on to his sword while he's bleeding out from his knee now. He's in real bad shape.
Boss, I'm not sure I'm supposed to be attacking. As I shove it into his arm.
Why aren't you with us?
I'm confused.
Queequeg.
I will try and throw my other axe. If it doesn't miss, I'm running up this time, though. I'm going to take the little bit of movement that I can. But
That'll hit.
and no, that misses. Disadvantage.
How are you at disadvantage?
Because it's over 20 feet.
Oh, damn.
So, all right. Well, still
And
raging though, because I'm taking my attacks. Okay, so it's a 15-foot drop. So wait, does the movement? Does the drop count in movement? How does that work again?
Well, you drop faster than you walk.
Yeah.
Right.
So
hmm.
would I take damage if I did that little bit?
No. If you're willingly sliding down, no, you would not take damage.
Oh well, shit. Then I should have just fucking moved all the way up and taken my attack. I thought it would be part of the movement. All right. Well, I'll move up then.
Very good. Nick.
And
Oh, sorry.
That's it.
Okay. Nick.
All right. So see that, and then I'm fucking try to hit him with my mace.
15 will not hit.
All right, and then aim. Try to move backwards. But
Oh, that's
You-
not gonna make
You would provoke an attack of opportunity.
never mind. Yep.
All right. Grunty.
hide.
Give me a stealth check. Ooh.
Ah!
Unfortunately, this time you were heard rustling through the bushes, and he's got a sense on where you're at. You're at least at the base of the bush. You're not deep inside of the
Alright,
bush.
Well, not though.
22 will hit. Yeah. How do you want to do it?
Nice.
I want you to describe it. I'm too nervous.
So, nervously, you lob a bolt off. Just you know he kind of looks over at you, bleeding out, as he grunts out between the blood in his cheek and on his knee, and
Just got legs shaking.
and you close your eyes and just fire it off, and it's enough to get him right through the hand into the cheek, to pierce his hand into his cheek, and he just falls over in front of you and on top of Blackhand, who is also on the ground bleeding out.
Whew.
that,
And then leap here.
the path
Okay.
appears to be clear, at least for the next few 100 yards.
Go over here and pick up Hoto.
Tend to Blackhand.
Hoto is quite a large creature. That P with the red dot, that's where your hand axe landed. Quick.
I'm gonna grab both of them though.
Alright. I'll just get rid of that.
Does that medicine pick him up?
It does stabilize him. You're able to take some bandages out of your backpack and wrap them around the fresh wound. And for now, it appears the bleeding has stopped.
Alright. If you want to take some... If I give him guidance, will that affect his ability to do, like, health dice and stuff like that?
No.
Okay.
Well, link me
Just-
guidance. I'm pretty sure it's just an ability check.
Yeah, just ability check.
Yeah, so no.
Okay. I need a long rest before I can heal you.
Well, that was easy.
Does anybody have a healing spell that we can...
It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, so Queequeg, you could, in theory, get your wish to wait till nighttime if you chose to rest here.
Ooh, I think we should.
Okay.
I think we should. I mean, I would pick up Blackhand, and I would say we should
Let's
rest
do
up
it
on
then.
this ridge up here.
Let's go ahead and
So-
take a long rest.
I just huck him over my shoulder and make the trudge up to this hill.
Very good.
Sounds good.
Everyone's in agreement with this?
Before that, the rest though, the guy down here, these two,
Mm-hmm.
I want to search their bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Grab my javelin.
Grab my love folds. My love handles.
Grab my long rest.
The big man is carrying a longsword and scale mail. The other, just a scimitar and some ragged leather armor. And a trinket that's similar to the one Vinegar and I think Walter carries.
Longsword.
I would like.
Can I-
How tall is this thing?
15 feet.
All right, I'm gonna jump that.
Alright.
Is it scale mail?
Yes.
And check the bodies. Did they have any sort of weapons?
The
such
same
as,
ragged leather armor that's on the guy on the ground, a scimitar on each of them, and a trinket.
So no daggers or darts or anything.
A scimitar. But no daggers or darts.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna check this one.
That one has a club and robes.
Okay, I'll take the robes,
Alright?
and then kinda like wrap myself up in those.
They're black. They've got plumed black mantles on the shoulders. Way too big for you. Way
Yeah,
too
but
big.
like I don't put them on as a robe. I'll put them on like almost like you do with a scarf. Just wrap myself all different body parts so my skin doesn't show.
Okay.
And can't be touched.
So you
So he's
managed.
making like a toga. out of it.
Yeah, you're wrapping it around your neck, your body, your legs, your head in kind of a dashiki, toga, burqa almost.
Kimono.
Yeah, exactly. All of the different cultures and and dress wear.
A yarmulke.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm Jewish. I have to get that in somewhere.
I also would take these two bodies though, and I'd like to drag them down to, I guess, like the entrance of this area. At least have them like down behind the bushes. I don't want to leave dead bodies out in the open.
And then I go over to Nick and I offer him a high five
I smacked the shit
with
out
my
of
now covered hand.
him. Yes, absolutely. Bam.
And with that,
Fucking
Queequeg, you drag the bodies off behind the bushes.
And I guess I would a little bit do the same with the ones that we have up here. Just kind of move them back away from the entrance, so if anyone's walking, they don't just see a dead body laying. I doubt it, but I just want to make sure everything's out of sight. I mean, The other guys, yeah, I'd do the same with these ones up on the top. So I'd make the trudge over there, at least take them behind the
Yeah.
bushes.
I'll make you do
out
all
of
that.
sight.
All right.
And then we'll take a rest.
Yeah.
And hopefully that guy that left doesn't bring anyone back.
Perfect timing because it just turned to 7:45 Eastern Time. We are going to take our first break of the evening. 5 minutes. Go stand, go to the bathroom, get a drink, get some food, go smoke, do whatever you have to do. But 5 minutes, we're going to meet back up at 7:50. 5 minutes. See you
You
then.
have a long rest.
You do get a long rest.
Nice.
But
Yay!
we'll
I can regain all of the nothing I've expensed except for like 3-4 arrows. I forgot to.
we'll come back to that after the break. What happened during the long rest?
We're level 3, right?
No.
Oh.
Nice try,
We're
though. I
level-
appreciate that. Dude, that's awesome.
Does Tiamat swoop
So-
down from the sky yet? I was promised would fight Tiamat this
Well,
time.
she does now. You're all dead.
Alright. Okay, my next character is called Quick Egg. His name is Quick Black Candy. He's an artificer with a grung companion.
Oh my god. Where's the cobalt?
Hey, that's my favorite type of dragon.
That's why I rolled it.
I have resistance.
So you all
Oh,
take
no.
63
Yeah, that-
damage
Oh, damn.
as you're resting.
you
63
have-
acid damage as you're all resting.
I
And that's just one of the heads. She's got 4 other heads that's going to make an attack against you.
I'll take resistance.
Did anybody make a DC 27 deck save?
I'll be back.
Yeah, me too.
I have expertise in convincing her not to attack us.
It doesn't work. I'm
How do
kidding.
you know?
I'm kidding.
I tried to seduce her.
Be right back.
All right, boys. What do you think of the new addition to the party?
Very nice.
Hello?
You can fucking kick. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
You can kick ass.
I kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of ass.
Give me a second here.
Well, how's everybody today? Anybody here?
We're taking a, everybody's taking a break until like 7:50 or so, or
So 1 minute.
8 o'clock. I'm sorry, I can't remember how long they said. It was 7:45, and they usually take a 15-minute
5
break.
minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay, never mind then.
Yep, because we got a lot of shit to go through still.
Okay.
But I am honestly surprised you guys survived that encounter.
What? That was so
What do you
easy.
think we are? Some kind of cowards?
Yeah, seriously.
Honestly.
Wait,
I mean, honestly, can you recall a single shot I've missed?
I mean,
Maybe
a
because they were
group of level
advantage.
2s against a veteran, still. Like, a veteran with backup.
Is this in the book? How do you make this?
No, this is in the book.
Ah,
But,
I picked up 2 scimitars.
um,
I'm back.
but the surprise round and everything was because you guys learned about it from the stragglers. Normally, if you don't know about this, if you guys didn't question these guys or find out about it or like approach that last camp as you did, you approach this area and you don't see them. They hide and you don't see them, and they drop boulders on you, which do 3d12 bludgeoning damage to all of you.
Wow.
Okay. Now that is something.
So it's very it could be a TBK quite easily.
All right, good planning, guys.
If I'm ever done, kill me. Because yeah,
So as soon
just
as
so
we
you
get
don't
back
feel
to
bad.
Well,
So as soon as we get back.
I punished you at least with the kick. You got slashed. You took a lot of
I
damage.
thought I could have shoved him. I was like, yeah, it's my kobold moment.
No.
If I had
Just
like
a
my
quick
friend near
question.
me, I'd have
Yes.
advantage.
Chris, quick question. I
Yes.
know some DMs that word that way. When we get back from a short, like when we take a long rest,
Yes.
do we heal back maximum HP or just total of all our hit die?
Max HP. Max HP.
All right, sweet.
Yep.
Alright.
For me, I am more about the story and the interactions you guys have as characters. So for me, you guys taking 8 hours to sleep, heal each other's wounds, do what you got to do. To me, that means you're well rested and ready for battle, as if nothing ever happened.
The rule of cool.
Other than the mental trauma, of course.
Nah. I just learned that I like these people.
5 minutes isn't enough for an Abner double dab.
Are you good? Do you need to go?
Yeah.
No, I just came back.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just saying, like, I did not make it in 5 minutes.
No, that's fine.
I had to go upstairs, pour myself a drink, do my dabs, get something to eat, and come back down.
Wait,
We're-
never mind. I'm not
still-
proficient with scimitars. Why am I using
I'm
scimitars?
still finishing this joint. I'm not next one.
No, I needed this
Did
one.
I hear marijuana?
Yes. 3 of the
Yes.
players, or 2 of the players and the DM.
I'm gonna have to start making arrests.
I'm lighting up too.
Detective
Too bad
sees
your
all.
country's laws don't fucking matter here.
Also,
Oh, don't you
legal hair.
remember 1776, motherfucker?
Yeah.
New York City. Pardon me. Are you Aaron Burr, sir?
That depends. Who's asking?
Sure, sir. I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you.
I'm getting nervous.
We fight Loaf.
Oh,
What is it?
yes, absolutely we can fight
I love
Lolf.
Loaf.
Ooh,
I
yes,
love
we
the
can.
drow.
Lol. Get out of here. Did you know Tenebris? Fucking Tenebris is in Curse of Strahd?
I did.
Fucking Trevor, really?
Yes, Tenebris is in Curse. I'm like, God, as soon as I read it, I was like, fuck this. Are you kidding me?
Who's Tenebrith?
He's old, just terrible creature, god, deity. He's thing. I hate Tenebris. But he's been in D&D for many
He's Orcus, right?
years.
He's Orcus,
that's-
right?
Alright, hold on, switching
Couldn't tell you.
to my computer.
Orcus is the demon lord of undeath, so it's like like one of his allies is Tenebris apparently.
I don't know offhand, but I've always hated Tenebris. I played it in a campaign that was set in Kryn, the Dragonlance setting, and Tenebris was a real asshole in that one. Hate him. Uh-oh. Grunty might be
Hey,
having
guys.
those troubles again. Yeah.
You're welcome. I was Tiamat.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to
Well, not, you
replicate.
you got to make your deck
Okay.
saves.
Yeah, all of you. I'm actually Tiamat. I just breathed all these in here.
You got to make DC 27 dexterity saves, or take 26 d6.
Can I see it? Can I see it? I thought I had
Yes.
advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Ooh,
roll
I
five.
love that fucking item. I love the rope of climbing. Hell yeah, dude.
It's so nice.
It's so fucking good. I love that item.
Sorry.
God, I
didn't
love
mean to
that
interrupt
item.
anything.
No, dude, that item is so cool.
I'm
Seriously, I love that
so
item.
excited I get to do it. Can I? So I get two things as like an artificer. I can infuse an item, and I can also replicate a magic item, and both like gives me once a long rest type deal. Am I
Hmm.
able to use both per long rest? So can I infuse my dagger with with enhanced weapon and also create a magic item at the same time?
No. You'd have to spend all of your focus and attention doing one or the other. You're
Okay.
not only you're infusing the magic, yes, but you can't also be replicating it at the same time. You're working on one dagger and like, okay, this is how the spell is interwoven, this is how you make it stronger. You can't simultaneously have another dagger and be doing it on both.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Guys, I can
Cookie?
eventually attune up to 6 magical items.
That's insane.
Right?
Can I go kill some fucking dragon cultists?
Is Grunty here?
I'm gonna have
I
fucking
am.
turrets.
Hello.
Okay, you're good?
Fucking turret
Yeah,
cannons.
yeah.
Mike works.
So,
Very
Look at
good.
that video.
so fucking excited for this class.
What video?
I
So
played
excited to start
our
it.
current games.
Sorry.
Don't look at the video, it's game time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not playing yet.
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Playing because you're looking at the videos.
It's
So,
an 8-second clip. Calm down.
during your long rest,
You got time for that shit.
towards the end, as nightfall sets, it's about 10:30. It's about 10:30 in the evening. So,
Mhm.
stars are showing, moon is out. It's a clear sky. Some mercenaries wearing the same type of armor that Grunty had wrapped himself up in. Much more discernible armor than the rest of the raiders you've encountered thus far. Come up to you. Shift change.
They go up to who?
You guys.
Alright, we'll see you later.
Shift change. Make sure to change into your armor.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Fucking kobolds. As one of them
Fuck
mutters.
you.
And he takes a step back and begins to draw a sword, and the other one kind of holds him back. Oh, it's not worth it. Useless creatures anyway.
Yeah. I'm telling Tiamat on you.
We long rested. You're at full health.
Oh yeah.
And
It's just racism.
you follow the path of footprints and wheels to a rocky plateau, shaped roughly like a horseshoe.
Whoa.
The lower portion.
That's a lot of enemies.
Oh shit.
That is a lot of enemies.
The lower portion of the plateau rises gently from the surrounding land, but it quickly steepens and ascends to a height of 150 feet above the landscape. Boulders form jumbled heaps at the bases of the cliffs, The level shelves on the top of the plateau are covered in long grass and brush, perfect for hiding. Scrubby trees also grow in patches all around. Before you, honestly, I should turn on dynamic lighting for this, but I might not. Let's see how it works. Did I get...
everything's black.
let me check, Nick. Okay. 1 second, sorry.
Not everything's black.
So, it's nighttime. But you see various camps all around you. There's cultists, raiders, mercenaries. But everyone, even the kobolds in this camp are very distinctly different from the earlier raiders. All of them are dressed in similar, not quite identical, black leather tunics with flared black mantles. If you want an idea of what the place looks like in a 3D model, you guys are at the very, very, very westernmost end before the guard tower and that camp to your left.
Okay.
You can see the kobolds in the guard tower, and you can see mercenaries, cultists, and kobolds in the camp beside it.
Guys, I think we need to get out of here.
So maybe we could persuade them that we lost our uniform and need new ones. And we can find out what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, we try to do this loud, we die. I think.
Yes, and I've already died a lot.
I look the most like I live here.
Right. I will follow you as your silent but stalwart bodyguard.
Yeah, okay. Is everyone ready? Right? I'm not bad at talking to people, but is anyone better at talking to people? Like if it was like on a scale of 1 to 20, I'd have like a 4 added to it.
I mean, I don't think I'm more charismatic than you.
Sorry. I just...
Role playing here.
Yeah, totally.
I'm trying to think of what it sounds like to me. That fucking voice.
Yeah.
Huh?
What, like my voice?
Yeah, the frog voice.
A Murloc.
Yeah, a Murloc.
Nah, dude, it's fucking Stitch.
Yeah.
I accepted this at the very beginning. We're playing with Stitch.
That quest where you wave the white flag and pretend to
Stitch.
surrender.
Who said who's Stitch? What? Hold on.
gets behind.
What sort of uncultured swine doesn't know about Lilo and Stitch?
Oh, that. No, I keep thinking of something else.
Hawaiian roller coaster ride right now.
Absolutely.
No, I know what you're
Yes.
talking about now.
Better
It's some animated show, and I'm thinking of
movie.
no, what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
And I can't pin it. No, it's some animated show, and he's like, oh, I can't do the voice, but he's like, oh yeah, baby, something like that, and I can't think. I'll think of it later.
Vinegar, a couple of the kobolds do notice you. Returning from the rear guard, off duty.
Are they speaking to me in Draconic or Common?
In Draconic, kobold's not a language, right?
No, they speak Draconic because they're
Yeah.
dragons.
Yeah, but they're kind of like broken.
Yeah.
How'd you get rear guard duty?
I kind of powerful kobold. I have dragon blood.
We all have dragon blood.
Yeah, but I have like better dragon blood.
Whatever you say. Here you go. And they throw down a suit of armor. Fits kobold.
Okay.
Black leather tunic.
Throw it on. Alright. Come on, servants. You have anything for my servants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mandat warned that there was some coming. These are them?
No.
Rearguard sent cultists over. Straight to Mondath.
Can I speak to Munduff? That wasn't part of the plan. There was a change of plan. Come straight from. Come straight. The change of plan. It came straight from Resmir.
She's in the tent with Resmir. Under heavy guard, though.
Yeah. So that's why I need to go and inform them about the change of plan.
Are you deaf? We've already been informed. That's how we knew you were coming. That's what the
Wait, I didn't say
prisoners.
Resmir, sorry, I meant Bogluk.
Bokrak! And he looks around, and the others just kind of shrug their shoulders and look around. And, I don't know. We don't know Bokrak!
Yeah, it's kind of like a. You have to be in the know. It's like a high-ranking, kobold information.
Whatever you say, but nobody's getting in that tent tonight.
Okay, we'll speak to them in the morning. Let's come on, servants.
Chain him up with that other guy. And they kind of like begin drooling. Hey, yeah, chain him up, chain him up.
Do you have chains?
Down at the far end.
Shut your face.
Hey, we're playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go get the chains.
Wait, where is Nick?
Well, yeah, where is Nick? Oh,
Uh,
fuck, Nick. Why didn't you say anything?
Well, I was letting RP go, you know? I was enjoying the moment, listening, and, you know? Sorry.
So, are all of you following along with Vanguard as his
Absolutely. Yes, please.
prisoners?
Just in case I disappear again. Yes.
Now listen here, servants. There's some things you need to know about life in this camp. This ain't no fun and games.
Right
You
about
don't have sunscreen.
There we go.
right about here, the guard towers stopped paying you any kind of attention, and you've pretty well blended in with the rest of the encampment. There's a beer tent. There's a tent with wolves fighting. Further down, can't see much. You can see a large bonfire illuminating an even larger tent, but beyond that, it's mostly dark beyond your vision.
There's a fighting tent?
Yes.
Where?
To the southeast area. You can hear...
Am I chained up right now?
No, well, I mean... Yeah, vinegar?
I need a lot.
Yeah, I think I'd probably put it. If Tiny's gonna draw you away.
What is it? So, it's dark down here.
Yes.
But it's the kobold holding
It's-
the chains, so you know.
Gotcha.
It's nighttime at the moment.
So what you have is an improvised ranged weapon, however long the chain.
Yeah.
I would like to start heading over to the fighting tent.
Hey, wait, come back.
And the other kobolds. Now, I want to say, as a DM outside of the game, you do have the option of infiltration or deception, or these cliffs, as I mentioned, tall grass and trees. You can spot some sentries walking along the path, but it's far fewer than anything down here. So I don't want to force you into any kind of playstyle that you guys aren't comfortable with, like roleplay or deception or anything like that. So if you did want to come up with some other kind of strategy, there are other options.
Okay, so if this is like us huddling, I think the best plan of action here is to either take out the leadership or just to break free the prisoner and get out of here. Maybe see if we can get some documentation or something about what's going on.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I don't want to fight a million fucking dudes. And if you haven't looked around, there's about a million fucking dudes.
I don't want to fight him either, but I want to go
Yeah.
to the fighting
anything.
Can we
camp.
go like level 6 until we take out a whole bunch of dudes?
I
Yeah, like
can't
if
see
we were level
anything. It's
5, I'd be like, yeah, let's fuck these dudes up. But we are level 2s.
I'm just saying it's dark. I can't see anything.
It's also night.
Do you have dark vision, Grunty?
No, I'm scared.
I can make what, goggles of night vision, something like that.
So I think out of all of us, just the kobold and maybe the orc have
Yep.
night. Goliaths don't get it. Humans and Grung apparently don't get it. It doesn't make sense that Grung
Grung demand
we get crazy.
we get poison immunity in amphibious. That's plenty. And also poisonous skin, standing leap,
Yeah, but just like
and
90% of the races
proficiency with
5e have
perception.
it.
We get a lot of stuff.
Oh, I know. I've looked at the race before. It's just it's baked into so many races now.
Yeah.
So yeah, half
Oh,
of us
you're not a
can't
human.
see.
You have night vision.
Yeah, half of us can't see. One of us wants to go to the fighting. Well, I think 2 of us want to go to the fighting pits. I think we should
Okay,
just
now
get
I see
intel
that
and
there
get
are a
prison.
million dudes around.
Yeah, so we should move.
Yeah, we're
You
just
have
staying here.
you haven't drawn any kind of attention yet.
Just so you know, a little mention. Right now, Grunty, I kind of look like a raisin. You know, very dry and suffering.
It's been 8 hours, probably 9. It's been 9 hours.
Well, we could go
Oh
immerse you
shit!
in
Did I
beer at the beer
fucking?
tent.
If it's been 9 hours, then damn, I have to do it at least 1 hour. Oh,
Are-
during a day.
During the
So,
day. 1 hour every day.
what did you want to do during the long rest then?
Submerge myself in water
And how are you going to do that? Camping out at a
by
rocky
asking everybody for their
outcrop.
water skin.
So,
People, give me a water skin.
rewind a little bit.
Yeah, I
Wh-
couldn't have said no, so you got mine.
That's probably enough.
We'll say
I'm small.
if anybody else wants to offer up a water skin.
Yeah,
Ooh,
have mine.
okay. I was like, ooh, that's some harsh party members right there.
Here you go.
Nick and Blackhand, as they see you, just kind of not quite as severe, but a little bit like that. Each every probably 45 minutes or so, we'll pour a little bit more water on you to keep exactly. Pour a little bit more
Wow.
water on you to keep you going, and then you guys huddle.
But I don't need to do it every hour. I need to do it for at least an hour a day.
Oh well, you would have done that.
Yeah.
So we got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right, to the pits of fighting.
All right. This is, and I will also say that it is okay to split the party here, but
Okay.
not do what you want. Do what you want. The fighting pits, Queequeg, from where you are at, are a little bit further south. They do grow louder. It's some wolves. You can see from the tents. I guess flap is wide open, and you can see a crowd of mercenaries crowded around two wolves, yapping at each other. One of them whipping one side of each side is whipping each of their wolves with chains. They're all wearing the same black leather armor that you saw before, but the one side is wearing one insignia, and the other side is wearing another. And Grunty, as you and Blackhand walk around, you're at a mercenary encampment. Same as I'm describing to Queequeg. They're wearing the black leather armor, but they have their own insignias on here. It seems there's more of a hierarchy here than just raiders and cultists and mercenaries. There's their own faction of mercenaries.
What does the insignia look like?
Though where you're at is a skull and crossbones, a Jolly Roger.
What about me?
Queequeg, you see a lightning bolt and a blazing sun. The blazing sun is red, the lightning bolt is blue, and the Jolly Roger is white.
Okay, sorry, I'm writing them down. You said there's two of them. One of them is a bolt.
Yep.
Lightning bolt.
Yep.
The other one is what?
A red sunburst.
Okay.
Hoto, you come across what looks like a labor camp. These don't appear to be mercenaries, at least from what you've seen so far. These are wearing very peculiar looking armor and are whipping commoners, some that you had seen fleeing in the evening last night in Greenest.
Oh. Do I see any tinkerers areas that I can pick up supplies?
Where are you at? No, where you're at is surrounded by a bunch of mercenaries, all clad in a blue thunderbolt, emblazoned on the black armor.
Okay. So where the fighting was, and then also, what about if I head into this way?
The rest of you, Vinegar, what are you guys doing?
Just trying to get a feel of where everything is in this camp.
Right. I'm trying to figure out certain like market, if there's like a certain
It is
layout to the camp.
It is nighttime, so it is a little bit more abandoned than it once was. A lot of people have went to bed. The beer tent is still active, and I apologize, Nick. You were just outside the beer tent. All of the mercenaries with the blue sunbolt were there. Vinegar. There was another directly west of where you are at right now. It was a camp of kobolds fussing with another camp of mercenaries. Greenway, you are just watching this fighting go on. It's dog fighting, as you would know it, but with wolves.
So Oh, the guy that's right on my right-hand side. Which insignia does he have?
He's got the blue Thunderbolt, and
So
they're shouting, "Ah! Get him! Get him!"
I move up and I say, who are you rooting for?
The Stormblades, of course, don't you see? And he points to his insignia. Damned and red-sunned. Undisciplined, uncivilized. And one of his comrades, also wearing a blue lightning bolt, whips the wolf. And he screeches out and howls and lashes out at the other wolf. And the guy you're talking to cheers. Ah, get him!
So, what is the reason for fighting with wolves? Why not fight each other?
Soldier always follows his orders. We are at rest. The camp is on loose alert. We'd had heard rumors of intruders coming from the rear guard, and, well, we hadn't seen them thus far, so we thought to relax. Otto, what are you doing?
Who this guy?
Oh,
Him look important.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch this and try and hide.
And I'm sorry, this picture is a little deceiving since you're at night right now, but envision this picture, but at nighttime and without the guy with the dagger.
Oh shit!
And you
Brutal.
you see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bet that's the guy we're supposed to get.
Yeah, I mean, it says Leosin captured by.
Like I
There are two guards, but these guards are slightly familiar. You saw them last night during the raid, and they are prowling, each taking their steps back and forth, watching this prisoner. And as you approach, they snarl at you. And the two burly ones looking back over the tent will come forward as others fill their place. It's not shift change yet. What are you doing here?
No, I'm sorry. I just wanted to see the great Leosian reduced to the form of a prisoner. How pathetic.
Give me a persuasion check.
I will aid him.
I,
Ugh. That late? Wait. You're... Oh, okay. Yeah. Beaten up pretty good, did we?
Yes, you've done a fine job.
So, find a good tent, shackled up with some dead sail, or the red sun.
I'm not sure just yet. Probably red sun.
Ah. Well, you've had a look. Let me do my job, you do yours. Take a rest.
Chris, is there any way to bind my token to Black Hand's token so that my computer is acting very slowly right now and moving it every time is tedious.
I'll take care of it for you. I don't know of a way personally, but whenever Black Hand moves, I'll move you with him.
you can scroll over them both and just move them both.
Alright, so where is the beer tent?
You do see Nick also wandering around, and he recalls a large group
Pick me up. Thank you.
of mercenaries right at the entrance of the camp,
Oh, that's
Direct-
where the beer can.
directly north. No, where you are at is a bunch of kobolds who are gnawing on some roasted pheasant.
Up this way. Right?
Yes.
Well, it's making my way.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
This was a beer tent. And all around are Stormblades.
Stormblades are which ones?
The blue lightning bolt.
Okay.
Some you can overhear remark that the Red Sun get cranky when they get woken up from a drunken night of rest to go tend to their normal guard duty like the rest of us have to, as if they weren't enlisted soldiers like the rest of us.
All right.
Others,
Who has
you hear
something to drink?
you hear the name Resmir come up more than once, but in what context you're unsure. It's quite lively and loud.
Who has something to drink here?
And they all stop for a moment and look at you.
Well, don't
They
just
all-
sit there, stand there and look. Got coin.
And they all look down, grab a pint, ah! And the cheers and laughter resume as they all drink and toast and cheer and talk about their liege and how they want to be knights someday. And for now, they're just foot soldiers, but one day they'll rise amongst the ranks. Others hear or talk about Cianrath and how they could challenge him. And one guy's like, I can take Cianrath down right now. I tell you I can do it. And the other guy's like, you can't do it. He's here right now. Why don't you go take him on yourself then?
And whichever one's saying he could do it, I look over and go, you should try it. I bet you could.
And he looks you up and down. And he just bursts out laughing. He looks over at his friend and gives him an elbow and a friendly jab. Look at the people we're letting in now. Anybody can serve Resmir. He runs this whole thing, right?
Are you trying to say I'm not worthy to be in here? You want to be a knight? Look at yourself right now.
You look about as useful as shoes on a ball.
Well then. It seems you are not as intelligent as I thought.
Just what you know. I know why Resmir's here. So, heck,
You know what?
I know why Resmir's here.
I don't think you do.
Ah,
Come on then. Why is Resmir here?
your mum. And takes
I
another
again
drink.
snicker. It's like,
I snicker as well.
And a few others also laugh quite loudly. Ah, get this man a drink, says one. Come, lad, he means no harm. And though, it's weird. Haven't seen your like in our ranks.
Oh, yeah. I'm not offended. I'm but a sailor. I've heard much worse from far up
Sailor.
there.
Friend, do you not see around you nothing but tall grass and weeds? Though a soldier would recognize a soldier.
Correct. I'm off right now. Not busy at the sea.
What
But
treasure have
we
you
are
brought?
set sail soon.
Ah, yes, yes. We won't be setting sail for quite a while, I'm afraid. Caravan will be departing here soon. Word is something spooked. Something has spooked Resmir. Him and Mondoth are gathering all of the loot we've gathered.
All the loot that you gathered from the greenest, correct?
Were you only at the greenest? We have raided the Sword Coast.
No, I was not at the greenest. I was off at that point. We just got back recently, and I head back to the camp here.
Had to change shifts with the red sun, did you?
Oh no.
I
I was
hope
not
you.
guarding.
Yeah, you still have both your hands. That told me that. So,
So what has everyone spooked then right now?
well, as part of the rear guard, I thought you would have known. And he just sits down his pint and grows a little bit sterner towards you. Tell me again. How did you come here? And with
I
that,
told you.
we'll go to Blackhand. What are you doing? And Grunty.
So the plan is
Where are they at? Oh, sorry. They're in the funny bits.
so I'm going to ask the guards if I can take a free swing at Lotion while he's unable to defend him.
Yeah, we've whipped him good enough. Make it light. We need him alive.
Fair enough. Just a gut shot then. So I walk up to him and I reel back like I'm gonna hit real hard, and then right as I would make contact, I'm not actually gonna hit him. And go ahead, Grunty.
What are you sleight of handing?
So we're giving him a dagger for him to use to cut himself out of the restraints for later.
Okay.
And then we're gonna back off.
So, as you give a punch, you hit the wood more than Galeson, but all the same, he gives up a retches and he looks back at you and gives you just the slightest wink. His eye is already pretty bloody, but you can see. And as you slip him the dagger under his belt behind his back, he flicks his wrist, his right wrist, out of view under the wooden X-strap. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of it. But
Just stuff it down his sleeve.
he,
So much
he,
easier.
he twirls his right wrist a little bit and reveals a dagger of his own, and then tucks it away again.
Or that. That works.
And the guards laugh. Yeah, get what you deserve, eh? And Leosin just bows his head. Silent meditation. Yes, you've gotten the better of me. I commend your fortitude. Shut up, whelp!
Indeed. Let that be a reminder. You are not as powerful as you think you are.
And from here, you do see both of you, Grunty and Blackhand, see a strong armed guard not only around the main tent in the area, but also in front of an opening under the hill.
Is it just me? I don't see any tent.
Uh,
Oh,
Yeah, can you
that's a
ping
10?
where we're supposed
Yes.
to be seeing it?
yes. That is a 10.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Alright
Sorry,
then.
Can you ping it again? I'm not seeing it.
The 10? The large 10?
Yeah. Oh, that up
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was beneath us.
Nope.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Alright then. You've had your fun. Go on and get your sleep for the next morning. We're out of here first thing.
Righto then.
Vinegar, what are you doing out there?
Jimmy. Well,
Vinegar.
What? Vinegar?
Vinegar.
Huh?
What are you doing there?
I was mostly just trying to get the lay of the camp. But
You see?
do I hear
Yeah.
over here talking coming from that tent?
You do.
What do I hear with my kobold ears?
Only one voice is familiar. The voice of Langdra Drosa Cianrath arguing with a human and another dragon.
Hmm. And there's prisoners down there,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember correctly.
There is. Being put to
Probably
work,
the best method for this.
mining away at whatever iron or stone they can gather, shaping them into daggers, arrowheads, crude swords.
I might as well go try and communicate with some kobolds, because I can do that.
All right. And you can hear them. They're quite quite loud for kobolds.
Kobolds.
Yeah. And their conversation is more steered towards the dragons in the camp. I don't know why the big lady keeps the half-elf around. I guess she likes the torture? Why else would she keep a creature alive that way?
Enjoying that conversation.
I don't know, but I wouldn't want to be in the monk's skin. Or what's left of it. Now when she starts her questioning again.
Who would want skin anyway? Scales are better.
Blackened one,
Hi.
why are you here?
I was wondering if you had a shovel and some spikes.
You hope to gain the favor of the big lady?
The big lady?
The blackened one. The only other blackened one but you.
There's a black dragon here?
The big lady.
Can I meet her?
And then begin sniffing you. Surely you would have met the big lady by now. Being in the rear guard? The only one of us to be in the rear guard?
She wouldn't talk to me.
Give me a deception check. Hmm.
Yes,
she wouldn't talk to us either. She's called the big lady for a reason. We know.
Sharpening spikes.
We have shovels. Why?
I'm just thinking, there's all these people trying to kill us in our camps. Those fleshy meat bags, right?
You want to bury the treasure? We know. And he leans into you. We're burying treasure too. Big lady takes all the treasure out back in the cave, but we bury our own treasure.
Yeah, it's not fair that she gets all the treasure.
Yes.
If Big Lady's not here, then do we get all treasure?
We leave in the morning with all the treasure. But and he pulls you in closer. We come back for our buried treasure.
That's smart. Where did you bury treasure? Can I bury my treasure?
And he stamps his foot a little bit. And we'll go back to Queequeg and Nick.
Right.
In the beer tent.
So, I never said I was a rear guard. I'm a sailor, and I stop here from time to time and assist with some trade.
Only the hunters do trade with us. They're not due here till morning.
And I'm not a hunter. I go alone.
Then you are a spy.
Well,
An
I
infiltrator
am.
in our ranks.
I am here with Cyanrath. If you think I'm a spy, go tell him. Waste his time. I'm sure he'll be glad to have that happen.
Only those who either work with him or have survived him know his name. You
Oh, and I've survived him, and I
could
feel
not.
the scar on my stomach.
So you are against us then?
Against you how?
Well, Cyanrath only fights those who he steals from.
Yes, and he stole from my ship once. And I pledged my loyalty afterwards.
To him?
Do whatever he asks.
Is this a lover's quarrel? Can we not drink tonight, please? And celebrate that we are moving on in the morning?
Yes. He's just staring down Queequeg, but he grabs his pint all the same. Calls over a barkeep. 2. After a minute or so. Brings over 2 more pints. Go on then. To Resmere.
To Resmere.
Trezmere.
And cheers you. So,
I'm gonna move back and try to circle around.
okay. He'll continue talking to Queequeg. So, forgive me, but we were put on high alert. We were told of intruders in our midst, coming from the rear guard, but
And you think an intruder like me, an orc that stands out like this, you just walk on.
I'll admit you're a little bit more capable than the peasants we saw at Greenus, but not by much. Still, I recognize a soldier, as I said. Forgive me for questioning you. We are the Stormbleeds. We pledge our allegiance to those we deem righteous and worthy, and Resmir has given us purpose in these lost lands, tyrants fighting over keeps and settlements. The land shall belong to one.
Well, I hope you get your wish.
I should hope you would share the same wish.
I do.
Nick, what are you doing? Crawling around, around the outside.
No, I'm just
Around the outside.
Around the outside. I'm gonna try to pull Queequeg away if that's possible. If it's like,
You could certainly try. Give me an athletics check against Queequeg's acrobatics or athletics.
Have I started drinking?
Have you? He gave you both a beer.
not necessarily pull him away, but kind of nudge him into like, hey, that was me addressing the crowd, and we should probably get out of here. Am I able to like quietly have a conversation with him, like kind of?
Yeah, you can definitely nudge at him. Hey, Queequeg.
Alright. Hey, quick egg. Can we?
Yes.
It seems that this may not be the type of situation that we should get into a fight.
But I have a beer here.
And I should hope you would join me in a toast to her glory.
To Resnir. And I hold up my beer mug as well. And I say, and I whisper to Queek.
I hold up mine.
It has a handle.
It does have a handle, yeah.
It doesn't? Well,
It does, no, yeah, it does.
Oh, okay. So we can get out of here. Let's thank you for the toast, everybody. We're gonna go.
So I drink it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We're gonna down it right now.
Yep.
As I down it, then I look back at Nick. I say, I think I'll have another.
Shit.
That's my boy! A soldier through and through. Barkeep, 2 more! And he guzzles down the rest of his, and the rest of the bar. The tension loosens completely, and the rest of them begin talking
Nice.
freely and drinking amongst themselves.
I take the next one.
And with that, we'll go to Blackhand and Grunty. What are you guys doing?
That's a good question. What do you want to do, bud? Well, fuck, man.
Fuck, man!
Exactly.
That's who he fucking reminds me of.
Yeah.
There's no verbal, but he reminds me of
Rob!
No, the
Kenku!
the hormone monster from Big Mouth.
Oh.
Oh, the one with no horn. I know who you're. Yeah. It unravels. Yeah.
Blackhand, you've
That's me. I
Blackhand,
guess this is when I've become a hormone monster.
you've wandered into a camp of mercenaries, all wearing the Jolly Roger. Dark, scraggly beards around them, each keeping to themselves mostly, eyeballing you menacingly.
So, who are you guys?
Dark Sail. Spits.
Done some sailing myself. Sailing and whaling, baby.
And one of them stands up and walks over to you. You ain't seen so much water as a woman's nether regions.
First of all, what the hell does that even?
What the fuck?
Second of all, I have wielded harpoons bigger than you will ever throw. And I have slain whales that would make you shit your pants. And hold on.
Don't like you.
Boom!
Don't like you.
You don't have to like me.
I'm getting paid for this job. I like that more. So be on your way then.
Nah. I think I like it here. You guys seem like a fun bunch.
Do what you want. And looks over at the others and they both give him a nod. They all three turn their back at you and eat their own meal, write their own letters, flip their own coins, paying you no more regard.
That's cool. I'm gonna bunk up over here with the dock sails.
All right. Grunty, what are you doing over there?
Almost trying not to shit my pants. You know, a scary bunch. I don't like scary. I'm scared. I'm shaking.
So you'll do your best just to hide under a tent flap, which you could do pretty easily. Vinegar, you're still laughing,
Yeah,
having fun with the kobolds.
you're still having fun with the kobolds. Like,
Oh wait,
Yeah, so-
no, I'm still on Black Hand's shoulder.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said I was going to move you and I didn't. I forbade.
You lied.
Forsaken.
have you guys seen that prisoner? The one on the cross?
Yeah, messed him up good, she did.
Yeah. You know what they're gonna do with him when they leave this camp?
They're killing him in the morning.
Hmm.
He grabs the loots, he kills the man, and we leave.
And then come back and get our reward.
That's right, yes. They want to go far north. We like it here.
Eh. What if he? I don't know. How many kobolds are in this camp?
20? 15?
How many raiders are there?
Just shrugs a little bit. Lots!
Well, you know, if there was more kobolds, then raiders would get more stuff.
Yes, kobolds. Kobolds best! And
Do you know?
the mercenaries behind you, they're all wearing the blazing red sun on their black armor. Filthy creatures.
Hey, fuck you! Kobolds are better than you.
We fight for glory. We fight for the fight. You fight for nothing.
You have no glory.
Shrugs you off. Goes back to his
Us
meal.
kobolds could beat up you guys.
And they go back to telling tales of great battles that they had fought.
Cowards!
You would see a coward. I will show you a coward. And they all stand up and grab their great swords. Who was the coward now?
You. Us kobolds could beat all your guys up.
Watch yourself in the night.
Shake
What's
your
yourself
pants.
tonight?
Watch yourself.
I'm going to take your tent and I'm going to dig under it and you're going to fall.
We shall never fall. Only in battle shall we fall. And even then, it would be glorious.
I pull out a ball bearing and throw it at him. Kobold
You're
better.
trying to provoke a calamity. You're trying to provoke a civil war.
And
Kobold better.
the other kobolds begin chanting, Kobolds are better! Kobolds are better! Yeah! And the others begin laughing. There's no fight in squashing your pathetic species under a
Can't
boot.
even do that.
Quiet! Let us enjoy our meal.
Oh, so you'd rather enjoy your meal than have your quote-unquote honorable combat?
Your meat is tough and stringy!
Your meat is stringy and tough. Throw another ball bearing him.
And they restrain the one. But he's... And they say there would be no glory, there would be no honor in crushing these weak, pathetic, useless creatures.
Fellow kobolds, they're scared of us.
So, as a group, what would you guys like to do?
Continue drinking.
Well, they're gonna kill him in the morning. So we'll probably figure out how to get him down.
So do
Are
we
there-
want to wait till morning?
Are there-
and then at that
Are
point-
there any torches nearby?
There's there's a dim glow, probably 20 feet of dim light from various campfires around each encampment.
I'm gonna go to the middle of our encampment of the black something.
Dark sails.
Dark sails.
Mhm.
Go to the campfire and start doing shadow puppets.
Alright.
We have to pull Queequeg away from this little drinking experiment here.
They're still paying you no mind, but Vinegar, you can see the shadow puppets from where you're at. Nick, are you outside or are you still trying to nudge Queequeg away?
I'm still trying to nudge him away. He's pulling draft after draft here.
Yep.
Cool.
Queequeg, how long do you want to spend drinking with the...
Until it's all gone.
Well, good news and bad news. The Stormblades were not as resourceful as the Red Sun gang. The Stormblades are soldiers. They follow the law. Whatever law that may be, they're going to follow it. And the law was to take whatever hoard and loot they got and return it to the camp where they would put it into the cave, and from there, you were off duty, and that's all you knew. There was rumors that you would leave in the morning, but until you got any official orders, you would drink as if you were staying here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, soldiers don't indulge too much. They had about 2 barrels of wine.
So it's all gone.
Yes, quite quickly. I'd say you probably had about 3 or 4.
Okay.
Which, I don't know how much your character drank before, but it's not particularly strong, it's not particularly weak, it's middle of the road.
I want more. I will.
You'd have to tussle with the Red Suns if you want more. I'm afraid they don't hold to our traditions.
Alright.
Where are they then?
Just south of here.
The ones that Vinegar was yelling at?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
I bet if someone was to come and ask you for beer, you'll give it to them, cowards.
No one gets our wine! And they each have their own barrel of wine next to them. and the don't laugh. The bunghole on each of the barrels is uncorked, and they're just drinking straight from the barrel.
All right, I approach and I say, "Who here's got a drink to share?"
You both would have noticed also the shadow puppets coming from the upper, the area again. If just as a refresher, it gradually goes uphill. So you guys are right in that middle right there between the two heavy encampments. The larger tent is just to the east, and then the hole that they were talking about in the hill is further to the east. The monk is just south of that fire pit.
Okay.
Just to give you guys an idea of... top down is kind of hard to see where you're at sometimes, so I find that's a little easier.
Thank you.
So, Grunty and Blackhand, you're just a few feet outside the main tent, and the monk that's up in the cross. While Vinegar, Nick, and Queequeg, you're mixed in a gang of kobolds and Red Sun mercenaries. The Red Sun, as Vinegar learned, in it for the glory, in it for the fight. That's why they're here. They were promised a good fight. And a good fight was not found.
Well, Red Suns.
Peasants, trinkets, baubles, plates, silverware, nothing!
I see you've got some wine, though.
Mm.
Which one of you beard splitters are willing to share some?
No, I'll look over at you.
Throw ball bearing him.
I, of course, am willing to
I will give you wine if you kill that one!
Yeah, I kind of want to fight these guys after that.
Mhm.
Kobolds
one?
is still better.
The blackened one!
Why don't you do it? You wanted a good fight.
There's no honor in squishing an insect under my boot!
You fight me, you fight all the kobolds.
So
And
you're
me.
saying you
And
let any
The
insect
the
fly
kobolds
around you?
look at you kind of nervously, Vinegar, like...
What are you talking about? We are the descendants of dragons. We can kill these guys. Easily. I'm gonna pay down like, stop. Pull yourself together. We got this.
Find your own wine!
What if I take it from you?
I'll fight you for it. It was an honorable fight.
You know, I had just enough of this blathering creature!
I challenge you to a mock-raw.
Friend,
World of Warcraft references!
friend, I've got no quarrel with you. I've got no fight with you. Fine, have some. Have some. We're off in the morning anyway to get more.
Alright, there we go. I drink it.
It's wine. And
I wanna-
with a wide
there's
cowards.
the barrel's about
I
half
wanna
empty.
start hopping. I want to start hopping around.
Chug the shit out of it.
Yeah, I'm hopping around.
And you get about
Unfortunately,
unfortunately what?
it is time to go soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Grunty. Go ahead.
Hop, hop.
And you see Vinegar and Nick and Queequeg hanging out with kobolds and mercenaries.
Hop, hop,
And Nick.
hop.
Oh yeah, and Nick's. I'm sorry, Nick.
Ah!
You hear coming from outside the tent. Blackhand, I see you're doing some stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to find everybody. Oh, look, there we are.
Surprise!
What's the name of the name of those guys? This organization?
The Red Sun. That's the Red Sun. The Stormbolts are to the north of you. There's Stormbolts and Red Sun in the fighting pits, and there was some Dark Sail at the front of the camp and some Dark Sail towards the back of the camp.
Hey, fellow kobolds, what do you call a man who's scared to fight a goat? A red sun.
And I really don't want to call it here, but I think we have to.
Before we call it here, I want to start hopping around on everything. Hop, hop, hop.
Ooh. Okay. Some of them are gonna swat you away. So I would like 2 acrobatics checks to try to dodge.
Oh. Oh.
You succeed on both.
Hey.
Ha! They're letting a frog jump over them.
And you hop around from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next.
I look at Vinegar with malicious intents for calling me a frog.
Heh.
Wow.
Alright.
First one makes it.
Hey, poisonous skin. Good choice.
Go ahead and roll 2d4.
No, I wrapped myself in black cloak.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought that's what you were doing. Was touch on each of them.
I just want to be annoying.
That was so fucking cool.
I just want to be annoying.
Well, your party is at least aware of you, and you're making some kind of motion, like to grab their attention. And Blackhand met up with you as well. And that is where we'll leave off, where Grunty is just jumped all over the Red Sun.
That's a horrible grunty impression.
Queequeg, you just finished a barrel of wine vinegar. You're antagonizing. Nick, you're just trying to keep the peace as best you can. And Blackhand, you just walked up on all of this nonsense that's happening.
Alright. Good night, fellas.
Good night.
James.
I'm going to go to the bathroom, but I'll be right back. Just one sec.
I just want to say I have absolutely found my favorite race.
Yeah. I
Like-
like, play the grung, but I don't like them very much.
Like, fuck Goliath, fuck Changeling, Grungs are where it's at.
I'm a big fan of Tabaxis.
What's the race that you are?
The backseas are pretty cool. Sorry, what was that?
What race are you?
Grung.
Grund.
No, Grung with the G.
Grung.
They're like frogs.
Yeah. You know how we have cat people and beast people?
Yeah.
Minotaurs. I want to play Minotaur.
Minotaurs are cool. I'm joining a Ravnica game,
No, Harley.
and
Art.
I'm playing a Minotaur there. Cool.
Guys, I'm also gonna dip out. I gotta go to work in the morning, so I'll catch you guys next week.
I love you. You're cool.
I love me
Thank
too.
you. Thank you for putting me on your shoulders, Black Hand.
Oh, anytime. You weigh absolutely nothing to me, and Goliaths can yeet you like 4,000 feet.
Yeah, when we mature, we get to around 30 pounds, maybe.
I could like paper football you anywhere I wanted. That would be hilarious.
You could.
All right, guys. Next week. Have a good one.
Oh yeah. Have a good one,
All
everybody.
right, see ya.
I won't be long.
I'm also gonna head out, guys.
That was a good session, man. They didn't get nearly as far as I thought they would.
I need to eat. Bye-bye.
What? Oh. Oh.
Yeah, there goes everyone.
Oh, well, what did you think? Did you have fun?
Yeah. We'll try to get that guy down from the cross beyond murdering everyone.
Which guy?
The guy in the picture.
Huh?
The guy in the picture of it. Leosin.
Oh, you were trying to stop him from getting murdered?
Isn't that the point here? And free the prisoners? Also stop these guys. Right now I can't think of anything anyway to do with these guys beyond starting race wars.
Yeah, there's you're really not supposed to. The goal is the monk.
Not sure how best to
But
get him.
the thing with this chapter is also a big information dump. Like, you're supposed to learn why they attacked Greenest. It was for loot, but you don't know why they want loot. But you do know that they like dragons a whole lot. And let me show you something. Oh, what the hell? God damn it. I gotta reload the game. Good. But yeah, Resmir is a black dragon.
I didn't know that. I like black dragons.
Resmir is definitely a black dragon.
Good choice.
Wasn't mine, that's the thing. That's why that's why I was like, holy shit. The handout, yeah, here we go.
I got Ravnica, an Acquisitions Incorporated bought for me. And there's this thing in it called an Over the of the Spores, not Over the Spores, Circle of the Spores.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've
and
seen
I
that.
really like it.
Yeah, Circle of the Spores is cool as hell. Well, I put the handout in your journal, so it's not a spoiler. It just shows you what it looks like. Or she. It's a she. Resmir's cool as hell.
Yeah, I just don't want to kill Resmir now. Look how fucking cool that is.
Yep. She's a beast, too.
Of course she is. She's a black dragon. She's got the best choice.
I am so surprised you guys beat that ambush encounter, though. Even though it wasn't an ambush, but...
Spellchill was obviously made before they got balanced down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to change a lot of stuff. Like, that map was a custom map. Well, I can't share my notes with you just yet. Because I prepped the entirety of this chapter and the next chapter. Just in case you guys, want to just be like, alright, I'm going to stealthily walk around the outside of the rim, shoot the guards that I can, and break this guy out. I was like, this could very easily be the full session or 1 hour. I didn't know which way it would go, so I prepped both ways.
It's like right now we're just trying to sit down and drink, talk about.
Which is good. You're learning more information. Like, if you guys would have went the stealth combat approach, you wouldn't have learned.
Yeah, now we know the Red Sun who are too scared to fight, goats.
But no, you know that Mondoth and Sanrath and Resmir are here. You know that they're leaving in the morning with all of the treasure to go really far north.
Yeah, now we know that stuff. and kobolds want money.
This is my problem with Horde of the Dragon Queen, is the entire module is like, okay, we're gonna follow these clues until we learn, oh shit, they're trying to summon Tiamat. And
Like, we know that from reading
right
the information.
from the
Like,
beginning.
I know Horde of the Dragon Queen. I wonder what these guys raiding the village want.
Right. And that's my
Like,
huge issue with
is this
it.
like a surprise to me? Am I not supposed to know this?
Yes, your character is not supposed to know, because the keepers of the secret horde, like, you guys found out they were the cult of the dragon, but the cult of the dragon has been trying to resurrect dead dragons and make Draco liches.
He says on the cover.
And at the end of the module, you learn, oh, they're not summoning undead dragons, they're summoning fucking Tiamat.
We know that.
Right, and that's my big issue with Horde of the Dragon Queen. Rise of Tiamat is great. I've read through it already, and I'm like, oh, this is so much better than Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Yeah.
But I want to continue, I want to run through it because it'll be good for the natural character progression to meet the cult and everything and go through the cult, and then when you do eventually get to Tiamat, it'll have that much more impact.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a slogfest right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll tell you also that leaving this camp is the end of chapter 2, and there is 7 or 8 chapters.
Do we level up after leaving the camp?
Yes, you level up after each chapter.
Do we continue the same characters into Rise of Tiamat, or?
Yep.
Huh. If we don't die, that is.
Right.
Which is possible.
Yeah. Well, you see why I didn't want to run this last week with only 3 people? Because it could very easily, like, if someone's just like, I want to fight people, it could very easily be a TPK.
Like, all crazy.
The ambush could be a TPK.
Bit dumb, you know.
And even if you were diplomatic about it, the next area after this part, very, very difficult. Like, the guard drakes are a normal monster that you would fight. You're expected to just be able to handle those and fight them.
Yeah, I don't really think they know what they're doing.
I'm having fun with it. I really am. But I just want to get to it already. Like, I want to stop treating it like you're just finding out, like, oh no, the cult of the dragon is bad. And that's where we're at.
Oh my god! Don't tell me they're trying to raise Tiamat.
Right. And I'm like, let's just get on with it. And, when I say very far north, it's literally an 80-day journey. That's one of the chapters, is you are in a caravan for 80 days. 80.
Incredibly fun. Do things happen along the travel?
Yes, but it's a lot like this, where it's a lot of just roleplay and talking and information, and I'm looking for ways to spice it up, and trust me, I will. But there's no Mandy mod for Tyranny of Dragons, so it's very difficult.
Yeah. My group on Mondays and Tuesdays asked me to run this, and I was like, I can't because I'm playing it.
Mm.
And it's like,
I respect you for
I'm
that.
going to put effort into it.
Dude, this module gives you nothing. Nothing. And that might be good for you, because you said you like that just go with it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's a lot what these chapters are, is it doesn't say one way or the other.
We just know it already. Like, they're not fooling us.
Here,
Tiamat's bad.
surprise.
Surprise, yeah. Surprise. The cult of the dragon wants to bring back the queen of the dragons.
So here's the rear guard encounter. If the characters learn of the camp location and probable site of the rearguard from the stragglers, they can use that information to bypass this encounter entirely. In fact, that would be a smart thing to do, both because it negates a damaging fight and because if the rearguard is wiped out, leaders in the cult will wonder why it never reported back. I changed that. I wanted the encounter there, but they still ran away. One of them did. The rear guard consists of 1 veteran, 6 cultists, and 2 acolytes. The guard and cultists have spears for both ranged and melee combat. They are positioned in an area where the trail winds through a gap between 2 outcrops. The ambushes are hidden in the rocks 12 to 15 feet above the ground. Characters might detect the ambush with the odds depending on what they know. This one was not a good one to read you. The camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, the camp is a good one. So, it just says cultists have set up the camps in the hollow of a rocky plateau that's shaped roughly like a horseshoe. I already read that to you. Boulders are difficult terrain, brush, caves, guard towers, prisoners. Cultist prisoners are kept in Area 1. Slopes, tents. The raiders live in circular huts, blah, 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 blah. Camp alertness for the first... It gives you nothing. It literally, like, all this stuff about the mercenaries and the Red Sun and all that, that is added in. That's me. That is not in this book at all. It just says you're supposed to go to the camp and question the kobolds and the cultists. Or get caught.
Why?
Or get captured.
What?
And I'm just like, there's no reason for them to do that.
It's not. Yeah, I don't think it's. I like the theme of the adventure, dragons and dragon cults. That's a lot of fun.
Don't read past
Mushroom Sunset.
Don't read past chapter 2.
Yeah, I won't.
But just to give you an idea, it gives
Just how
you
poorly written.
it gives you nothing.
So just read chapter 1 and 2. Not
Right.
alright. Chapter 2, Raiders Camp.
It doesn't give you anything. I do like that it gives you something that if the players do get caught, what happens?
I like that it actually mentions the ranks.
Yes. This is where the you as characters learn, okay, there's more to this than just a random raiding party. This is actually an established thing.
Yeah. Frolan Mondorf.
Exploring the camp. There's not a whole lot.
Does it actually provide a map for this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
It sucks. The map sucks. It's just, as a DM, you have to add in a lot of your own stuff.
There's caves, prisoners, slopes, tents. Angridos is here.
Sandrat,
Wait, we need that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I found the captured part.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. But even then, it's like they might. It's very loose on what it gives you. This for me has been one of the hardest things that this and Valaki were some of the hardest things I had to prepare for. Because
Yeah.
so much
Well,
can
Valky
happen.
gives you things, and you have Mandibot.
Yeah, and you have Mandy Mod. There's no Mandy Mod for Tyranny of Dragons. It sucks.
You should be the Mandibot of Tyranny of Dragons.